Hello Aquarius, this is Fox Astrology and Tarot here with your Astrology Tarot Transit Report. This is for August 2019. So if you are an Aquarius rising, be sure to check out the Aquarius, your Sun or Moon sign, and that will help fill in a few more details. But this video, if you have an Aquarius rising or Aquarius ascendant, this will have a little bit more details. And the same goes for if you're watching this because you have an Aquarius Sun or Aquarius Moon. Be sure to find your rising sign video as well, because that will have a bit more detail, because I can figure out that based on your Ascendant Sun. I can figure out where your houses are in your own natal chart. So be sure to check those out. But I'm going to go ahead and get started now. So on the 3rd, we have Mercury going direct in Cancer. Now for you, Cancer's in your 6th house is kind of like maybe health and home, that sort of a thing. So maybe communications at home might be improving in general. Also, maybe a time to, now that Mercury is going direct, moving into Cancer, this may be a good time to maybe read a book about health, read a book about, maintaining your home, any kind of homely kind of duties, that sort of thing, and that would really help. On the 7th, we have the Sun trining Jupiter in Scorpio, and on the 8th, we have Venus trining Jupiter in Scorpio. So I've pulled out the 9 of Wisdom from my Cathar Tarot because I feel like it's a perfect little example of showing how this transit may end up working out for you. Now, Scorpio, the sign Scorpio, where Jupiter is at right now, is if you have an Aquarius ascendant sitting in your 10th house. So this may have to do more with work or with career focus in general, maybe jobs, that sort of thing. If you have an Aquarius Sun or Moon, this Jupiter is going to be squaring where your Sun or your Moon is right now. So if you think about that, this may really be a time to take a look at, the kinds of things you're trying to accomplish at work or in general your reputation with your career, how your work is paying off, how your efforts are paying off. With Scorpio and Jupiter together, this is kind of a little bit more of a deep dive into maybe some secret parts of your life, some shadowy parts of your life. Seeing as the Sun and Venus are trining this is going to be a good time to take advantage of that kind of energy coming in. You're going to feel a little bit more enthusiastic, a little bit more prone to digging into that area in your life. Not just that, but also self-care. So maybe work-life balance, maybe taking a look at, how your career really lines up with who you are. So this may be a good time to take a look at that. On the 13th, we have the Sun in conjunction with Venus in Cancer. I pulled out the Ace of Shields, as I feel like this conjunction here is a really great time for any kind of work projects, any kind of collaborations, anything where you're really getting together with other people and enjoying yourself for fun. If you do have a job where it is really, your passion, your love, this is a great time to kind of show off the best side of yourself. In terms of friends or social life, anything else really, this card is really kind of like a state of mind where you really feel positive, you really feel like you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. So take advantage of that. This could be a good time to socialize and make new friends, and definitely get outside and try to do something fun and engaging and in your body. Maybe even trying something new, as I know Aquarius might really enjoy doing that. So on the 16th, we have Mercury squaring Uranus in Aries. Now, Uranus is your planet. You're pretty chummy with Uranus, but seeing as it sits in Aries, if you have an Aquarius ascendant, this is in your 3rd house, and Mercury squaring that could really make some communication issues for you. So be careful around this transit. Mercury moves pretty quickly through the signs, so it might not last very long, but be careful on the 16th as, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, making sure, the messages, the DMs, the texts, the emails, whatever that you send out, make sure that they're going to the right person. Make sure you're double checking stuff before you send it out. Make sure you're making sure that your plans, your travels, all those things are all double checked. You got backup plans, that sort of thing, as Mercury does like to make things a little bit more challenging for you during this transit. A square generally means you might get what you want, but it's going to take some extra effort. Maybe having to push through some obstacles, push through some resistance. I brought out Montsegur because I feel like, compared to like the Rider-Waite tarot card, the Tower, this is sort of a situation where you might be making room for some new things. Uranus is all about reform, restructure, improvements for the future, for moving forward. So maybe there's something you might have been hanging on to in terms of how you manage your communications, how you plan things. This may require you to kind of make an improvement on that style that you have in order to prepare you for something new coming in, so that you kind of have it down by then. On the 17th, we have the Venus moving into Leo. On the 18th, we have the Sun moving into Leo. And on the 27th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. So kind of spread out in the month, but ultimately Leo is getting a big shout out this month. So I've brought out the Three of Wisdom. I feel like what's happening here is all about recognition, giving credit where credit is due. Maybe you're feeling like, really showing off kind of like the best side of yourself, showing up early to work, showing off your skills, getting things done, that sort of thing. And this is a great time to do that this month. Leo loves to take initiative. It loves to present a new path to take to other people, to be a leader. And to do that, sometimes you have to remove obstacles for other people. So this is a really great opportunity to have an impact, a positive impact on other people in your life, and really kind of show who you are, your strengths, your skills, your talents, your gifts, your passions, all that thing. So great little period this month with Leo. On the 21st, we have Mercury trining Saturn. And this card isn't relevant, it's for the next one, but trining Saturn in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, if you have an Aquarius ascendant, sits in your 11th house. So that's you. That's the Aquarius house, 11th house. So maybe you're feeling lately a little bit restricted, like maybe your efforts are really kind of blowing up in your face. Every time you try harder, you get more resistance. And that's kind of Saturn's game here. But with this Mercury trine, I feel like what's happening here is an opportunity to really ride this wave of kind of a focus, a detail-oriented emphasis, where maybe you can really take inventory, take a look at some details in your life, make some plans. This would be a good opportunity to plan, outings, collaborations, projects, all of that together. And so this Mercury trining Saturn, this may be a good time to get organized. Maybe, like I said, take inventory of your life. Maybe look back on things that didn't work out, try to make adjustments, take a look at what didn't work, figure out how to make some changes. This is all a great time for improvement in the details. Maybe how you communicate, even writing. I'd recommend, if you have the time, trying to sit down and maybe organize your thoughts with writing, organize your plans, and maybe even do visual manifestation rituals for yourself around this time, and this will be really, really positive results. Now on the 24th, we have Venus in conjunction with Mars, and I brought the Two of Love from the Cathar Tarot to talk about this. This is happening in Leo. The Two of Love is this joining, this melding of masculine and feminine, aggressive and receptive, strong-willed and sensitive. This is a great melding of these energies. So I would say, if you have plans of in your life really trying to make more friends, get out, really understand each other, try and get like a census, so to speak, poll your friends, poll what's going on around you. Your senses, your psychicness, your connection with other people, your empathy with other people will be greatly lifted in this period. So I would say best way to use this energy, this transit, is to get out, make friends, go out and socialize, meet some new people. You're going to be kind of on your game socially, really feeling like you can pick up on what everybody else's vibes are, really understand what they're thinking, what they want, and use that to make everybody's dreams achieved together. So definitely try and use this to your advantage, Aquarius, because I feel like you really are trying to seek out ways of improving everyone's life and on an even platform. So use this to your advantage there. On the 26th, we have Venus trining Uranus in Aries. On the 28th, we have Mars trining Uranus in Aries. And on the 29th, we have the Sun trining Uranus in Aries. So I feel like this is a big boost to you, Aquarius, Uranus being pretty friendly to you. This is a huge injection of change. I feel like what's going on here for you, seeing as Aries is in your third house, if you're an Aquarius ascendant, this is really an area for you for improving your expression of yourself, whether that's, like I mentioned before, writing, general communication, speech with other people, how the words that you use, really how you share what you know with other people really doesn't make sense when you present it to other people. Are other people perceiving you and understanding you clearly? This is a huge shift. Maybe what's going on here is kind of like a paradigm shift. I brought out the Bonhomme card because I feel like this is sort of like the Fool in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. The Fool is where you're entering a new territory. You're got a new sense of awareness about what's going on around you, how to interact with things. And so it may seem at first unfamiliar, which I know for you is probably exciting, somewhere new, somewhere different. This is a big push, Mars and Venus together. So feeling like, I feel like this is a huge push of luck, almost like great state of mind, great sense of positivity, feeling sexy, feeling confident, and feeling like you know yourself into this new area of life, into this new experience. It's going to be really, really great for you, Aquarius. So I'm going to do a quick reading and just pull a couple of cards and see if there's any messages for you for the month of August. Oh, I saw this card. That's so weird. Okay, so the antelope. The antelope says, recognize whatever sacrifices you've been kind of hesitating to make lately, that this is the time. It's time to no more procrastinating. It's time to take action. It's time, if you know what must be done, and you know that it's going to cause some kind of discomfort, whether that's to you, to other people, but you know that this is the only way that you can accomplish it. And it's different when you know that there's another option and it's easier or it's better or it causes less pain, and you know that there's more than one option for this. But if there's something in your life that you know must be done, it's the only way you can move forward. It's the only way you can accomplish your dreams. But there's some kind of sacrifice required, whether that's time away from work, whether that's having space from friends or family, whether that's making a sacrifice in terms of extra time that you usually kill watching Netflix or playing video games or whatever. This is talking about that sacrifice, knowing what must be done in order to accomplish survival or just thriving or success in general, that it's time to skip all of that hesitation, just go straight into action, doing what you know must be done in order to get the job. Here the buffalo says, feeling like your prayers haven't been heard lately. Well, in this case, the buffalo comes out and says, we hear you. We know what needs to be, what strings need to be pulled in order to get you where you're trying to go. We've heard the prayers. Whatever you're asking for, it's on its way. So now act as though it's on its way. Take those risks, move towards your goal, begin acting as though the universe is on your side. There's abundance, there's plenty of resources to go around. You don't need to be jealous, you don't need to worry about feeling like there won't be enough room for you wherever you're trying to go. There won't be enough resources. The buffalo says, don't worry about it. Prayers have been heard, everything is coming. Just get ready. And that means get ready means, prepare through, studying or practice, or literally maybe even preparing by making room in your life for something new to come in. And the last thing I would say is prepare through action. A lot of times people think, oh, I prayed and then it's just going to fall in my lap. But in this case, Buffalo wants to remind you, and the Antelope wants to remind you, that there are some certain actions you do have to take in the 3D world to get you to a position to where that opportunity comes to you. A lot of times people think that, famous people, they just got handed it to them. But at a certain point, they were ready. They had done the work, they had the experience for the job, and so when they were offered it, they were prepared, and they had the skills and talent and passion and determination and discipline in order to make it happen. So overall, I feel like this is a really huge month for you. Really great, really positive. Looking forward to hearing your feedback. Please feel free to comment below, especially afterwards. Let me know after August comes around. Let me know how this goes for you. I'd love to hear your feedback. Seems like a really great month for you. So as always, make sure if you had an Aquarius sun or moon, make sure to check out your Ascendant sign, as that will have some more specific details based on your houses. And subscribe if you want to check out next month's reports. I'll be releasing them about the same time before the month starts, so that you can catch these reports and see the transits that are coming in for September. And as well, I also have weekly readings and weekly transits where I kind of zoom in on the transits that are happening kind of at a deeper level and really take a look at that. More general for everybody, but still a lot more details. So I look forward to seeing you around. Peace.